Darkflame PuG going on. Gonna be fun. Let's take a look at the rod. We do have a little slight delay in the log out here. Richard Sanguini, thank you for the follow, man. Let's take a look at the logs. Last week we have the unknown warrior named Mu Manu. Don't know who that is. On top of the meters, followed behind by Darkflame himself on his mage. That is interesting. Let's take a look at what he has. He has the Mish. He has Mantle. He's got his rings. MQG. Cloak of Consumption. This guy is geared for an ult. That is unbelievable.
It's going to be an interesting raid. Looking at this roster, there's a lot of gear in this raid. Excited to see what
A lot of gear and a lot of ults is what I'm seeing. It's going to be fun.
A lot of geared alts, you could say.
This is going to be exciting. Over on the soft reserve sheet, let's see. We have 2 people on Mind Quickening Gem. Funny enough, that has actually been rolled off in Grimm's raid the last several weeks. Kind of crazy to see that go away. A couple on Bracers of Arcane Accuracy. Precision trying to sneak in on his mage on the Bracers. That little sneaky dog. So hard to get those. Oh my gosh, looking down at Rejuve Gem, what is going on here? It looks like they have some healing problems with healer loot, huh? A lot of names on that.
I think the entire roster wants Rejuve Gem, definitely.
I thought Grimm's PuG had it bad. Oh, names are dropping as I have the sheet up here. Oh, never mind. False alarm there. Nobody. Oh, we have 3 people on CTS. That'd be a big pickup for any of those rogues. Chromatic Boots. HKJR. That is HomeKit, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
Nice. That should be interesting. Turkgoat on as well. Down here, let's take a look at the staff of Shadowflame. Bosley, Silver Chaos, and So Greasy. Man, I wish I was in a soft reserve raid. This would be fun, huh? Oh my goodness.
It's definitely an exciting element. You never know what's going to happen in soft reserve.
That's true. So back over on the meters here. Who is, let's take a look at the roster here. Can we find a good raid frame? So it looks like we have Reese tanking. Which Reese that is, I don't know. I don't think Reese even knows which Reese he's on anymore these days.
Is that Dagger Reese or Sword Reese? I can't tell.
I cannot tell. Let's see if we can get a different angle here. I can't make out the weapons yet. Oh, here we go. Looks like we are getting ready to pull. Consumes are going out. So last week we had a 43-minute run out of this group. Not bad considering they probably don't do the skips that we do in East and West. The 43 is solid. I think they are more so competing with Jax's group, which I believe did 41 the other week, or the last night actually. I was in that run, so we'll see if they can keep up with that.
That's the main thing I'm looking out for. There's definitely some talent and some gear in this raid. 43 minutes. I'm excited to see if they do the skips this week. They definitely could if they wanted to.
All right, I'm being corrected in the chat now by Eldwin himself. It's 37 minutes actually we did yesterday. So that's actually a pretty good pace. And that being said, there is good gear in here, so I think they could potentially rival that number.
Eldwin's shaking in his boots as Darkflame beats their time.
We'll see. The one thing I didn't do was start my timer. Let's start it now, and we'll knock off like 30 seconds off our time at the end. All right. We got Chaps in on his warrior too, huh? That should be interesting. We have a very strong warrior lineup here, don't we?
Yeah, Chaps is going strictly daggers on that warrior. It's very fun to watch. It's going for Dragon Fang Blade tonight.
Wow. You know, I actually got my first experience this morning of being cucked by the warrior, the dagger warrior, when I found out that I can no longer soft reserve CTS in Jax's PuG because it is undead warrior prio for some odd reason.
There you go.
You know, I had an undead warrior once, and I asked Precision for advice, and he told me to delete the character and reroll Orc. And that's exactly what I did.
Sounds like Precision.
Maybe it was the wrong guy to ask. But yeah, so now we have the Orc Warrior level 43, getting there. I'm excited.
Nothing wrong with the docking strat, boy.
The docking, oh gosh, yeah. You know, I'm a big fan of undeads, any class. You know, whether they're the best for PvE or not, they're just fun to play. Have you ever played one?
I have not. I haven't played very much undead at all, believe it or not.
Yeah, I am the same with pretty much every other class. The only thing I do is, you know, I look at like the Tauren and I'm like, I can't play a Warlock. Look at the Troll, I'm like, yeah, I can't play a Warlock. Orc, I'm like, Valley of Trials, Duratar, Undead, like, alright, we can play a Warlock. Okay, we're good. That's my decision-making process on characters.
I do have a level 5 undead bank alt, if that counts.
I would say that would count. Yep. All right. Anyway, damage done so far. We got Pickles on top, rank 14 warrior on his rogue tonight, still showing he can pump on the rogue. That guy is a beast. Does his rogue have gear? Let's take a look right now and see while we have some time in phase 1. Let's see what the rogue looks like. So he does have T2 head, T1 chest. Not bad. Weapons, he is running the Purds Corehound Tooth setup, so he is daggers. So that is going to put him over the top. I'm surprised he is actually carrying the damage right now with only T1, but good for him. He probably, being the melee specialist he is, knows what he's doing, right?
Yeah, he's definitely a very knowledgeable guy. I've had the pleasure of spending some time with him. He knows what he's doing.
I did run a Scala with him a couple days ago, and yeah, it was crazy. We just ran through everything.
Yeah, the dude's a gamer, that's for sure. How many eggs do we have left?
I thought I saw 26, so that should be at least 5, maybe. It looks like from this screen there's only 1, however. Maybe there's a miscount on the DBM.
Yeah, I'm only seeing 1 in the center of the room.
Let's see. Oh no, there is some up on the platform still. So we're almost ready for phase 2 here. Boom. Okay, back to there. We do have Sailor on his rogue. I was expecting mage POV.
Sailor stab.
I forgot he had the rogue. Interesting. Looks like he is sporting Viscag, and I cannot tell what his offhand is. Is that Mira's song?
I believe it is, Deva. It looks like Mira's song to me. Alright, Razor Gore is out.
Alright, here we go. Threat looks good. Chick-fil-A on top. He will be tanking tonight on his Druid. That'll be an interesting perspective to watch on Broodlord and on Firemaw to see how he's able to handle that. Threat looking very good here from Chick, actually. And HomeKit
Chick
has
does have
taken
a
the
little
lead.
bit of a delay.
Let's see where he is at here. Just a little bit. Okay, Black Book, T2 Bracers, and I think that was Mage. Not bad. Okay, now we have entered where the actual BWL raid either starts or ends. Going for a time run, yeah.
One of my questions: Are they going to do this in one tank? Sure hope so.
I think they would have the DPS to do it. I think the main question is which tank is going to be tanking. I would assume Reese, but depending on which Reese we have, it might not be Reese. I don't think Chick would be on it. Being the
It's
druid.
definitely something I would like to find out, because I know Reese was running a shield for Razor Gore, so we'll see.
Let's see. Combat has been initiated.
Oh, it's Rage LOL.
Koira, main tanking Veil. We really need Grim to show us how it's done. Yes, I am not seeing a healing set on Rage Lol, so he might be missing out of the Diamond Flask.
I'm excited to watch Koira here. He knows how to put out some threat. He's good on his war. They might be able to one face it.
Koira does know what he's doing. We'll see how this goes here. Okay, fight has started. Reese on top of the threat. I'm not. Oh, there's Koira way up top. Wow, he is got a ton of threat.
Really good.
They are just going to be able to pump on this one. Precision,
Burning
getting the
adrenaline.
burning adrenaline. Unlucky for Precision.
Threat still looks okay. I think they're going to do this in one tank.
Let's see. Threat looks good, but the damage is stalling a little bit here. We did have a second burning adrenaline go off on Dot Me Up. It is going to be unfortunate for him as well.
Damage did stall there for about 5 seconds.
It looks like it was a clean kill. Mind Quickening Gem.
MQG, that's big.
Let's take a look over at the soft reserve. We did lose a mage. We had 3 on there, so it either is going to Imagine or California. I've seen that guy in World Chat before, I think, a handful of times.
Yeah, I believe he's attended this raid for a few weeks in a row. I've seen him a couple of times.
Nice. Okay, hopefully we can get a glimpse at the rolls here. It looks like Sailor is showing a little bit of his chat, fortunately for us. Are we going to get rolls? Imagine Gratz I'm seeing right there. So Imagine does get his MQG. Wait, nope, still being rolled. Never mind. They're just a pre-Gratz.
So you know me, Defa. I like the tank POV. I'm going to focus on Chick here for suppression.
Yes, definitely. Imagine loses the MQG to California. Unfortunate here. Hate to see an MQG leave the guild.
Unfortunate, but that is the way the cookie crumbles in soft reserve.
Indeed. All right, so here we go. We're looking at Chick here. Clean pull. Orange getting loose for half a second there. So I don't know about you, but when I'm DPSing on this, I pretty much just target anything I can without having to move as much as possible. And just try to kill everything.
Yeah, absolutely. It depends on what strat I'm doing. If I'm not kiting on my hunter, focusing on skull and X, getting those multis in there.
Right.
On the warrior, you're really just cleaving as long as you've got threat on you.
Yeah, that's all it is, really. So let's see if we're going to do the skip pull. Does not look like it. I think we pulled the right pack, so no skip tonight out of this raid.
That pack was very clean. They didn't kite, which I'm glad to see.
Indeed, yes. 0 deaths on that. I'm kind of surprised we're not seeing the skip strat. I kind of am almost assuming that's almost meta at this point to do the skip. And then come back and do it after.
You would think that it would be very easy, but we have seen people mess it up, so I don't blame them at all.
Yes, there's definitely one person that comes to mind when I think about who's messed this pull up before. I'm sure you know who it is. Yeah, his name will remain anonymous. Yeah.
Okay, we're stacking up the second pack. Peacoats is down.
Yeah, we have lost. Is that his hunter? We have 2 dead. We have 2 dead on the. Nope, that was a feigned death actually. Peacoats, is that his warrior or his hunter? I cannot tell.
Being in group 7, I'm going to assume it's a hunter.
Yes, of course, right? Unfortunate there. Hopefully he was not the main puller in suppression room. That could be a big issue.
Other than that one death, it was pretty clean. They're cleaning up the captain now.
All right, into the next stage here. Looks good. And they're going to finish off the Wormkin. So, unfortunate here for Peacoats. They're probably not going for time, so I don't think they're going to waste the battle res here. They'll probably just standard res him. So they'll have the battle res saved for suppression room. You always have to be mindful when going for speedruns who is going to get that battle res and when you have to waste it. Because it really is unfortunate to have to waste one.
Absolutely. I feel like in this position, you're going to, in a group like this, you're going to take a second to prepare for suppression, so they're probably going to get the hard res.
Yeah, I would imagine so. Let's see, who is leading the way here from the Hunter?
That was Peacoats' Druid. He must have been trying to sleep one.
Ah, the Druid Peacoats. I think he has, what, 3 or 4 all named Peacoats? Can never tell which one's
All have
which.
the same name, yes,
Oh
sir.
my goodness. So I was confused there for a second. Okay, going through. Chick trying to make the grab here. Does get it. The raid has not moved yet. Usually I like to see the raid kind of in line with the tank.
Yeah, I think what they're going for is to get quite a bit of suppression dead at the entrance, and then they're going to move up after it's.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like here.
It's
Now,
definitely a safe way to go about it.
I had a thought the other night while in Molten Core. There is a way to get burning adrenaline on your pet and then to dismiss it, and it'll keep burning adrenaline. Now, I'm thinking with a Warlock Imp, you could summon it with burning adrenaline on in suppression room, send it in invis all the way to the end, and then explode it. And try that.
That sounds very interesting, but I would rather see that pet summoned in the Bank of Work.
In the bag of, yes, right. Oh, that would be interesting.
Definitely a valid idea, though. I bet it would work.
It's just the RNG of getting the actual burning adrenaline on the pet, right?
Yeah, I feel like that's
41,
once in a
43
lifetime.
players. Yeah. Okay, so we did have a clean pull here. We have 0 deaths through the suppression room. Traps have looked good so far.
I believe we're going to clean these up and get a drink off in the corner, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, that's what it looks like. Okay. We're over here on Sailor's screen, looking at suppression room. It does look like Booty Poppin' does get knocked out of stealth.
Booty might go down here.
He actually might go down. He needs to lip. Needs to lip right now. It does look like the raid is going to come to save him. Fortunate for Booty.
I think he had to live there because his health wasn't moving, which is a good call.
Yeah, smart heads-up play by Booty. I actually did that the other night on my rogue. Right on that torch on the left, before you enter this room, I stepped on it, and it knocked me out of stealth. And I pulled all of the whelps as the raid's drinking in the corner. And I had to tank them.
Broke you out of stealth?
Yes, it broke me out of stealth. I had to lip and wait for the raid to come and save me. It was very scary. That was last Friday night.
Fortunately, when that happens, the only one on the whelps aggro table is the rogue, so it doesn't interfere with anybody drinking.
Yeah.
But more fortunately, the raid was able to save him in time, so that's good.
Yes. Good to see. Really don't like to see rogues go down. It looks like we do have a handful of rogues, though. I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rogues. So
6 rogues. Traps should be pretty clean.
yeah, if there's any suppressions going down, there's definitely a huge problem here tonight.
We are suppressed right now.
Yes, this is the rogue is suppressed. That is odd.
Got Booty watching the back trap, doing a good job back there.
Yes, that's the role I take on my rogue when I'm in here. I just play the caboose, I call it, and make sure the raid does not get knocked into suppression, because usually the rogues will just get so far ahead just going that they forget about the back, and it can actually be detrimental if, you know, your 3 rogues in the raid are all ahead.
I've personally never been a rogue at suppression. I assume it's either really smooth or really.
My goal on my rogue in here is to not be in combat ever during suppression room. The only time I fight is on Broodlord, so
Absolutely.
it's tough.
I think a little less damage and good traps is more important.
Definitely, that is the key. This is your role in this fight: is to not do damage, is to make sure the raid moves through cleanly, which we have done. I don't believe we had a death. We do have some damage here going out. I think we're going to be okay. We're topping off, getting ready for Broodlord here. Let's swap back over to Chick before the fight, just to have the tank's perspective here. We'll see if Chick is on Broodlord or if he's ready for the swap.
I've seen Chick-fil-A take control of Broodlord a few times. He does very well as a bear.
He definitely is a confident feral druid, that is for sure. He knows what he's doing.
You gotta love those bears on Broodlord. They're so beefy, you know. It's very nice.
Yes, very nice. The only issue I have with them is the lack of a retaunt, right?
For sure.
Especially in a raid like this where you do have some high quality DPS, it could get a little spicy.
Looking at Chick-fil-A's timer here, they're at about 16 minutes. Pretty good pace. We're going to engage Broodlord here in just a second after we clear out these whelps and get a drink.
Alrighty, so we are moving up. Getting ready to pull. Going for the pull right away. Okay, Chick going in. Does get the clean grab. I do see a second feral druid in the raid. That is nice to see as well. Chick at half health. Does get healed up. Threat looks very good.
Yeah, threat is stabilized from what I can tell.
First knock. Everything is clean. Chick-fil-A at 30,000 threat, doing very well for himself here.
Corbett did manage to get second on threat, so if Chick-fil-A gets knocked, we should be set.
Should be good here, providing the healers are ready for the swap. We'll see, and if Koira is ready for the swap as well. We're at 25% here, almost down.
Mimano getting pretty close. You better be careful, but I think Chick-fil-A's got.
Should be good here. Chick spamming away, and the kill does go down. 0 death, Broodlord, very good. Love to see it. Life-giving gem, Nemesis boots, and giant stalkers greaves. Looking like some good loot there. Does life-giving gem go to anyone? Let's take a look. It is going to Mumano. The top DPS from last week is getting the life-giving gem. Good for him.
No complaints about that. Warriors love having that gem, man.
Yes, very good.
I know I do, especially on my warrior.
Yeah, it is such a niche item.
Saved my world buffs a few times, that's for sure.
Yeah, I believe it. Okay, so we are getting some drinks off here, getting ready for the Warlock packs. Let's see which mage is going to be on the techies. I would imagine it's probably Imagine, right? I would imagine it's Imagine. Let's see, clean. Whoa, we have
From
a lot
what
of damage.
I can tell, it looks like it might be Silver Chaos over there with a square on it.
Could be Darkflame, yes. We do have a lot of raid damage going out. Does get healed up.
Those techies are doing some damage. Need a little
Yes,
more
they are.
AoE.
These are the scariest pull in the whole game right now, actually.
Absolutely.
I know I died last night on my rogue, and it was the worst feeling ever. Unpreventable.
Combine some techies throwing grenades and that rain of fire, it gets very spicy.
Yeah.
My biggest question is, are they going to skip any tag packs? Very intrigued.
I would doubt it now because we didn't see the skip after Veil Trash, so I think we're probably just going to do the full clear tonight.
It looks like we are marking up the second pack. You're correct.
All right. Second pull coming in here. Damage looks good. Health does look good. We haven't had any unconventional deaths tonight other than the P-Code's mishap on the post-veil trash.
Yeah, I believe we're still at 1 death, which is very good.
Yeah. Yeah, very good indeed for a PuG. We are entering the hardest part of the raid here soon.
Yeah, all these technician packs coming up. That death counter may change a little.
Yeah, it happens so fast that you have 0 reaction time to it. It's tough. Plus, we have Fire Maul after that. We'll see if Chick will be tanking Fire Maul and Reese eating Flame Buffets. That's what I would imagine would be the setup.
Yeah, I believe you're right. I would imagine Rage LOL is going to sit out in case anything goes.
We do have Pet Peeves down. It looks like the Hunter is actually down and not feigned death here. Unfortunate for him. Yes, that is a actual death. He should have been up by now.
He is absolutely dead, and I have no clue how that happened.
I didn't even see it. That's what I'm talking. 0 reaction time, right? Precision down. We have a mage down. Precision, you know he is pissed.
Got a few mages getting pretty low here. Imagine very low. He got healed up.
Getting spicy. Precision down. Knowing him, he was definitely standing still, blizzarding, and not moving away from the rain of fire. If I could see the replay on that, possibly.
I wouldn't disagree there. I'm very interested in how Hunter dies in that position.
Yeah, that's going to be curious. I will take a look back at that later tonight, because I don't know how that would have happened. He must have been standing there trying to line up an arcane shot and just maybe ate some grenades. What I could imagine, maybe.
If he was the one that's pulling, there is a chance that he ate a couple shadow bolts from the warlocks.
Ah, right. Could have gotten shadow bolted as well.
It's pretty easy to line of sight, though, so we'll have to see on the replay.
Yeah. It wasn't a precise pull from Precision. Yes, indeed. Feels bad, man. Okay, it does look like Fire Maul is coming up next here.
Chick-fil-A has max rage off those whelps. Very good call.
Good for
job,
him.
Chick.
Good call there to go get those. All right, here we go. Pull coming off. Is clean. Chick getting him into position here. Is getting chunked. Is getting chunked very much here. Does get healed up.
He took his sweet time getting in position, but luckily the healers were aware of that.
Yeah, we'll see if healers got some stacks as a result of that slight delay. Melee going in. Threat looking very good once again. Chick just dominating the threat tonight.
This bear threat, it's great, man.
We do have just the tip is down. What is going on here? We do have a strange little encounter going on. Fire Maul moving all over the place.
We are in the middle of a disaster, but I think we've cleaned it up.
We're able to stabilize. Only 1 death there. We have rogues at half. Priest is down. I'm sure actually he was probably standing in the middle of the gate trying to heal the off tank and took a shadow flame. I've seen that happen and I've risked that on my priest doing that. So that's probably what happened there with him. Let's see what else
Wouldn't be surprised. Definitely possible.
You have to take the risk there on the healer to actually step out to heal the off tank. It's tough. You have to do it, unfortunately.
Absolutely.
We do have a lot of stacks coming out.
Sacrifices have to be made.
Yes, indeed.
We got quite a few people getting very low here. Might want to reset their stat.
Cloak of Fire Maul, the 3rd one in a row that I have seen. 3 nights in a row, Cloak of Fire Maul. Big loot for TL. That cape is so elusive and so good.
We've had some pretty good loot so far, Defa. If you add those items with the MQG.
MQG, life-giving gem, Cloak of Fire Maul, very good loot indeed. Warlock loot too, you love to see that. The Black Book, really good in TBC. That's one of those items you want to hold on to, Warlocks, if you get one of those. I've, you know, knowing me with my bank space, actually sold mine. So I'm going to have to get another one here eventually. Okay, next pull coming in here. Pull has been started. We get a frost vulnerability right away. Might get sketchy here on that frost pull. Let's step over and see what's going on. Overseer going into the raid.
Imagine is down.
Imagine is dead. Unfortunate. Like I said, frost pull probably sketchy. He does go down as a result of it.
I can guarantee you he hit some huge frostbolt crits on that.
Must have. Yes, we looked at his mage earlier. It's very geared. He is not happy knowing Imagine.
There's no way. This is not a pack you want to go down on.
Definitely not. More importantly, where's the lip? You must have had a cooldown up. Had to use the lip there. It saves lives. Well, it saves your life. It doesn't save the next person on threat's life, but it saves yours. I love seeing that when I pull off with Shadow and I press my lip and it just goes to the next Warlock and they die. I'm like, should have lived, bro.
It was probably one of those split-second decisions where you think a tank's going to save you, but unfortunately, they didn't.
Yeah, as a mage, you cannot take that risk. As a Warlock, you can afford to. I actually took 2 hits the other night from one of the big Overseers before Chromag as I brought it back to Reese. That was the scariest encounter of my life right there.
Defa taking 2 hits from an Overseer. What a beefy Warlock.
Yeah, that was the Death Coil and Hellstone play. But that was, yeah. 8,000 health definitely helps. Definitely don't see that on a mage.
We're coming up on 27 minutes here in this run. Halfway through.
Halfway through, so
tech pack.
Looks like the 37 is probably not going to happen. Precision down again. Oh no.
Precision has went down. He doesn't have any world buffs at this point. It's going to take a lot of damage from these packs.
You know he is just having the time of his life over there behind his computer right now.
Yeah, if you've ever played a non-deep frost mage in BWL, you know a lot of damage comes out quickly, and mages don't last very long.
Yeah, you have to be ready to be defensive, and especially as a mage like Precision, his third character, probably not as quick to it, you know, as others should be.
A little squishy.
All right, Precision is getting res now. Going for the third pull here. So far been very clean. Only had that death through these first 2 pulls.
Overall, very clean, yes. The tanks are doing a very good job of positioning the correct mobs. Mages seem to be doing a great job corralling those technicians. I'm wondering if we have any dynamites to help out. I'm going to say no.
I would doubt it with the amount of ults in here. I'm sure they're not forking over gold for dynamite or sappers. Another clean pull, 0 deaths. Moving over to the Overseer. It is Shadow Vulnerability. Let's see if we do get a pull here. Does not look like it. Alright, so far so good. We'll see what happens with the Dragons coming up soon here. We have 2 more pulls left. So far, so good. We're at 28 minutes. Their previous run was 43. They might... What is that, 15 minutes away? They might be able to beat that. They are going to have to pick up the pace just a little bit here.
Yeah, I do think if they keep cruising at this speed, they're going to be last week's time.
I would think so. They do have to... There can't be any slowdowns, though, right? They are right on that brink of beating it. Imagine getting very low here. Does get healed up. looking clean.
Other than that scare for Imagine there, that's very clean.
I'm quite impressed so far tonight with this being a PuG. I'm sure this is a consistent group. This is my first time watching this raid, so far I'm very pleased with how this TL is representing a PuG group here.
Yeah, there's definitely some great tanks and some very good healers that I know. And
Yeah, you love to see it.
and from what we've seen, it looks like they've got a lot of good damage as well. So it's a very good raid group.
Yeah. Makes you wonder just how deep is TL? Just can fill raids forever.
Absolutely. So something I'm noticing here, we have looks like 8 warriors tanking these 3 big worm guards is going to be pretty interesting.
Well, 8 plus Chick, right? So we do have Chick-fil-A.
9 overall. Yep, you're correct.
Should be get Twerkbot down right away to the pool.
Did lose a priest there.
Must have been standing. Imagine is dead.
Precision getting very low.
Pet Peeves getting low. Does get healed up. Imagine dead again. 2 deaths for Imagine. 2 for Precision.
3 for Precision.
3 for Precision. Adrenaline. That's right, he did. Chick-fil-A with the retail looking character screen there. The purple items. That looks pretty cool.
I believe we're up to 7 deaths now, if I'm not mistaken. 7 or 8 something.
Somewhere around there. Imagine being Precision. Eldwin, imagine it. I know. Gotta be rough.
Evanrock is at the bottom of the ramp here. Are they going to pull him, or are they going to wait and be safe? Imagine they're going to...
Mana does look good. This would be the time to pull if they're going to at least practice the pull strat. Looks like he is padding away now, though, so they are just going to continue with the normal run.
That answers my question.
Okay, let's see if there's FAPs being used here. I know on my priest I will always FAP on this pull specifically, just in case a mob does get loose and stuns the raid. Okay, FAP out by Sailor there.
I don't blame you for fapping here, Defa. It's very easy for all of the range and healers to get stunned.
It's a very smart play. I don't know why more people don't do it, and you're not going to use the mana pot on the start of Ebon Rock when you can just Dark Rune. It's very, very worth it. People die to this pull just because they are stunned.
Looks like people are being careful with thread. It's going pretty clean so far.
Very clean. Let's see if we do get a spinner. Does not look like it so far. We are. Looks like the swapping. Nope. X is just dead. Okay. Chick-fil-A on square. Will not be able to tell if it's spinning. Melee are in there, so it looks like we're okay. Okay. Moving on to Ebon Rock.
Very clean there. No complaints about that pack.
Let's see if we get capes on here. I do see some going on. Okay. We're seeing some dense stone being traded over by Booty Stouffer here. Probably for some dynamite.
Eldwin throwing some shade in your chat, Defa. He doesn't believe.
Shots fired by Eldwin. Gotta love it. I don't know if they're going to beat their time either at this point. It's going to be close. 33 minutes. We're already done 5 minutes ago at this point.
They're going to kill Crow Mag around 36-7 minute mark. It's going to be an early 40, that's for sure.
Definitely. I have Neff down to about 5 minutes if you push. So whatever time you're at, you have to add 5 minutes on for Neff. Anyway, into Ebon Rock here. Pull looks good. Chick-fil-A on threat. Reese on the board. Back to Chick here.
Tank rotation's looking clean so far. Koira picking that one up.
Everything looking very solid here on Ebon Rock. Health looks very good. I don't know if you saw the clip of me the other night. I actually fell asleep healing Stay Tough on this fight. It was
Did
so
you? I did
easy.
not see that.
Oh my goodness. It was, yeah. Eyes closed, chilling, just flash healing Stay Tough.
It's quite the opposite for tanks there because of the taunt swaps, but
Yeah, I
than
could
that, it was
imagine, right?
Tanks did a very good job there on those rotations.
Yeah, very clean. Looks like we got an Aegis of Preservation. I'm not sure what class that's for, but I don't think that's a very good item. Might be our first bad loot of the night. So up next, we do have Ebon Rock. Let's take a look real quick. Did we have any DFTers? We had a bunch on Rejuve Gem. DFT Hard Reserve Loot Council. Interesting play to pull out the Loot Council in a Sunday night raid. Okay, here comes the pull on the Flame Gore. Hopefully we see a Rejuve Gem here.
Are we gonna get a Rejuve Gem? That's what I'm hoping for.
Me too. I have not seen one. I've been trying to get a Rejuve on my Priest for 4 months now with no luck. We have yet to see one in Grimm's raid. The only thing we have seen is a cauterizing band in 6 months of raiding with Grimm. Tank swap going well here on Flame Gore. Chick-fil-A on top of threat again. This guy is just the threat machine, man.
Yeah, his threat, it's looked very clean on each boss so far. Very proud of him. Corey doing a good job with the wing buffets here, making sure that Chick-fil-A doesn't eat those.
I think I scared him the other week when I told him we weren't bringing Feral Druids into AQ40. So I think he's maybe stepping his game up. Yeah, we'll see. This is looking very good tonight. Did not get the Rejuve Gem, unfortunately.
Herald of Woe. Not what you want to see.
No, not good. You hate to see it. I believe that is a Druid item, possibly. Maybe going over to the 5 Druids. 5 Druids in this raid tonight. That's a lot of Druids.
It's very interesting. Where do you even find that many Druids?
I didn't think there was 5 Druids on Herod. Like... Okay, next pull coming in. This is another pull I will fap for. We'll see if we get them off. We do have a couple faps going out that I can see.
The intro looks clean. They've got a good separation on these. X is being dragged away.
We do have a pull by Skull. Does get picked back up. I'm not seeing a spinner yet. Should be good here.
So far, it looks like they've been fortunate on these worm guards.
Yes.
Like you said, we haven't seen any spinners.
Do have a fire vulnerability there. That mob died very fast. Now swapping over to Arcane.
See those arcane missiles flying in.
Gotta love it. I heard Spellcleave actually got the best in slot arcane pants the other day from one of the world bosses.
Yeah, absolutely did. I was there that day.
It's interesting piece of loot. Okay, going into Chromag here. Let's see. Hopefully we don't get unlucky. Last week we had a huge problem with Incinerate on Thursday night.
Yeah, quite a few people ate that Incinerate, didn't they?
Yeah, it definitely got spicy. We did have some deaths. Hopefully a little cleaner this week. Chick-fil-A handing out some sands.
What a guy.
Does come prepared. Okay, the pull has been started. Chick-fil-A on the pickup. Good positioning here.
Yeah, good job by Chick. That is the most important thing to this Chromag fight.
Positioning is everything here.
Excited to see what debuffs we get.
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen here. Could go very well, could go very wrong. We do have the first breath coming out. It does look like it is corrosive acid. So far, so good.
Yes. That's a good one.
Chick topping the 10k health meter. Does have 5-digit health bar. He's a beefy tank.
Taking some damage, but these healers, they know what they're doing. They're doing a very good job.
Yes,
Get
they
our
are.
second breath pretty soon, around 5 seconds on my timer.
Let's see what we're going to get here. Incinerate coming up. Nobody gets hit by it. Clean pull so far. Almost down to 50%.
On this one, Chick-fil-A is going to take some damage, but it's fortunate that we don't have a time lapse. As long as everybody dodges, it should be pretty cool.
Yes, should be clean. Healers, as long as they're keeping Chick up, should be good. I think with his health pool, he should be all right.
We're approaching the 40-minute mark.
Yeah, we are at 40 now. So 43, I think, is actually going to be out of the question. Neff takes about 5 minutes.
Looking like a 45-minute run, Defa.
Unfortunate to see the regress in progress, but maybe the those deaths actually proved costly there. They did have some unnecessary ones.
Chromag's still pretty healthy here.
Yeah, damage is slowing a little bit. It looks like the Enrage phase is about to happen. Here comes the Incinerate on top of Enrage. Could get spicy here for Chick.
Yeah, Chick's going to take some damage here.
Without a shield wall.
Looks like our healers have some mana.
Looks like, yeah, there's just enough mana to keep him topped off.
Threat is not an issue. These DPS need to really push it here to keep Chick alive.
Let's see.
Everyone looks healthy. I think we're going to be pretty clean here.
Should be good. Yep, 0 death. And we had some bad loot. Oh, unfortunate. You hate to see it. The Shimmering Gata.
Do not want those boots.
Taunt Dragonhide shoulders on top of it. Unfortunate.
Yeah, I believe we're going to start Neferi in around 42 minutes. So, unfortunate for these guys. They played well. Maybe next week.
Maybe next week. Yep. They are going to have to hustle here. I thought Chick was going to roll right into the start in the Tiger form there. Does not look like it. Looks like we're going to go for a full rebuff. We still have 2 people with the sand debuff on them. Are getting it off now. Okay, let's take one last look at the soft reserve sheet while we have some time here in phase 1. Just a tip on T2 robes for the priest. Okay, Grim trying to get T2 mage robes. 2 rogues still do not have rogue chest. Sailor trying to get his rogue chest. Nice. 3 people on Lockamere.
I like seeing pet peeves on press stores. He knows that's a good item. I'm glad he's going after it.
Yes, good for him. That's the one I need on my rogue too, that I actually got pushed off of CTS for from now on. 3 people on Lockamere. Pico's trying to get it on his druid. That would be a nice pickup. And then Staff of the Shadow Flame. 2 people on Pure Elementium Band. And Boots of the Shadow Flame to round it off. So I do have some loot here. What are you predicting Neff is going to drop?
Well, lately Neff has been pretty kind to us, but we're probably going to get Therazane's Link, Defo. Let's be honest.
Oh, don't say it, man. Oh, dude.
I don't want to see it, Defo, but I have a feeling we're going to get Therazane's Link.
You know, usually there's an item in my mind going into Neff that I think's going to drop, and it usually drops. I don't have one in mind tonight, which means we could very well see the Therazane's Link.
I would love for these guys to get, you know, Locamere, Staff, those big items. But
Staff.
It's probably going to be a Warrior chest, a Druid chest, Therazane's Link.
Oh.
That's my guess. I hope I'm wrong, Defa.
I'm predicting, I don't know. Let's see.
I see cheat code in your chat predicting Boots of Shadow Flame. We do see those a lot.
Yes, we do. The boots. What's the loot been tonight? It's been mostly. Has it been mostly melee or mostly caster? I would think mostly, well, it's been kind of a mix, right? It's been an even split.
Yeah, it's been pretty even. We did have the life-giving mind click.
Yeah, life-giving and mind-quicking. We do have a death here. Team Tom is actually dead.
I bet he got mind controlled and killed.
Is getting the battle res, it looks like now. That is unfortunate for Team Tom. Ash Candy, 100%, because I still need it, Coke Lord. Well, then there it is, confirmed. Ash Candy will drop tonight, along probably with the item I still need. So I would say Ash Candy and Press Stores is probably going to drop, is my prediction. So clean pull going through here. I did not see the kill count yet. I don't think Sailor has it.
6 kills remaining was the last one that I saw. Should be coming out pretty soon. We're at 45.
Yes, we have gone over the 45 mark.
It's going to be around mid 47, 48 if I had to get.
Okay, it looks like we are positioning now for phase 2, dragging the last bronze Dragonoid with him. Shadow Flame does go off there. Precision down to 20%. Gets healed up.
Glad to see people had their cloaks on unless somebody hid behind the throne. You never know.
You never know. Does look like Chick is not tanking this, and Reese will be main tanking Nev.
That is Rage LOL tanking.
Rage lol tanking. Interesting play to put Koira on the start of Neff.
See how he does. Chick-fil-A is riding pretty close. Chick might pull threat
He
here.
did just pull threat.
Absolutely. He doesn't have a fear break, though.
Unfortunate. Let's see what happens. Chick doing okay here.
We have 2 tanks sitting in front of him. They're just going to eat those melee.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Rage Lol's doing there. It does get it back off of Chick now, so Chick does drop out of position.
You definitely want to see that because Rage Law can break fears much
Right.
better than a bear. So if Chick can ride second threat, that would be ideal.
Okay, Shadow Flame going out. Heals looking good. Here comes the fear.
Culture looking for a Nelt's tier tonight.
Tier and cloak, that would be nice. Sad for melee. Happy for the casters there on that one. Would be good. Okay, fear going out. Rage Lol does break it. Chick looks like he did resist it.
Did you catch what class call we're in right now, Def? I missed it.
I did not see the class call. I cannot see it on. We are in. Nobody has it up on their DBM by the looks of it.
Fear going out. It's looking clean so far. Other
Mage
than
call. Mage call into phase 3 here. Could get spicy. We do have a awkward pull for a moment there. It is taken over. Chaps with the awkward pull.
The Fairy looking at the raid, that is very scary. You don't want to see a Shadow Flame.
No, very, very scary. Does look like they are able to stabilize and get the kill down.
A Druid class call to end it here. That's pretty good.
Taking a look at loot. We have a Presters and an Ash Candy. Coke, did we predict it or did we predict it? Oh my gosh, 100% correct there.
Didn't you say? Is that exactly what you said, Def?
That's exactly what I said. Totally predicted it.
Way to go.
Wow. And then we have
I
the
did
Breastplate
predict
of
the
Wrath.
Warrior chest
You did
piece.
get the Wrath. We do have
Not
Priest
completely
chest as well. I believe Priest chest going to just the tip. Let's take a look at Ash Candy. Ash Candy going to an open roll.
Wow.
Ash Candy will be rolled. Let's take a look at Sailor's stream. He does have the chat open.
It's going to be a spicy roll. There's going to be a lot of people rolling for that.
This is going to be interesting. Prestor's being rolled right now. Pickles being beaten out by Valkyra with a 73. Grats, Valkyra. Hopefully they realized it was soft res. Was
It is
it?
soft reserve to pet peeves.
It is soft reserved.
From the rolls that I can see on Ash Candy, it looks like Rage LOL might win. I didn't see a roll higher than his.
I missed the Ash Candy rolls.
I think he might have been memeing because he does have Bone Reaver's egg. He says, "Congratulations, Waz." So Wazley may have picked it up on his warrior.
Yeah, I have BRE, says Rachel in the chat. Wow, grats to Waz. That is Wazley. That is big pick. And high warlord weapons. Yeah, yeah. Does not need the Ash Candy.
That's a huge pickup for Wazley's warrior.
That
Absolutely.
is very good for him. You gotta love it. That's a feels good, man.
I'm hoping they noticed the soft reserve on press orders. Hopefully that didn't go to a.
You would hope Pet Peeves would say something about it. All right, let's pull up and see if we have the logs ready to go. Let's find some logs. Do not have logs updated yet. Would love to see some. You know Darkflame's going to put them up here soon.
Yeah, absolutely will. I don't see them posted. Oh, we do have logs. They just came in.
I am not seeing it.
I'm going to send these over to you.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay, let's take a look. My prediction tonight for top damage has to be a warrior. I am going to get either a warrior or... It's either Home Kid or Pickles. Let's see. No.
Pretty close.
Wow. It is Moon Mono again.
Mono coming out on top 2 weeks in a row. That guy puts out some damage.
Good for him. And then Home Kid coming in close second there. Miles ahead of the rest of the competition.
Good job to those guys. Props to Darkflame for being in the middle of the melee on his.
That is very impressive to do, I will say.
You know, he was second last week. He's very good.
Yeah, very, very consistent on the mage. Home Kid beating out Mon on Razor Gore. The Rogues taking the top of the meters on Veil. Broodlord.
No surprise there. Those rogues pump on Veil.
Broodlord, no competition at all.
Mono crushed Broodlord, didn't.
Impressive. Fireball once again. Mumano just. Who is this guy and why is he not in TL? Again on Ebon Rock. Flame Gore just. Oh. Not even a competition. Chromag gets beat out on Chromag. Must have gotten unfortunate bronzings there. As Home Kid does take home Chromag. And then on Neff, Mumano again on top. Impressive.
Yeah, that dude, he did very impressive damage tonight, that's for sure. I'm assuming he didn't have any sand on Chromag, but other than that.
Taking a look at the gear. He is using the Aged Core Leather Glove setup. Where are the weapons? Does have DFT. Is using Aged Core Leather Gloves with Ash Candy. Am I seeing this correct? I do not see any other weapons listed on the logs.
If that is correct,
that adds a whole mystery to that, doesn't it?
not too sure what's going on here, unless he's just had very bad luck on glove. But he does have Ash Candy, that explains the performance.
Yes, just the disadvantage he's putting himself in by using age-cool leather gloves, where there's no other gloves listed.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he swapped. That's for sure.
Wow, even more impressive knowing that. That's incredible. All right.
I do see that he's using Purge and Distracting Dagger, so I'm wondering if he mainly uses daggers and swaps to Ash Candy for trash. That could be an.
Probably what he's doing. I would hope so, but that is questionable. He's using daggers right now, says cheat code. So he is a dagger warrior, which I've heard is actually the play with age-core leather gloves.
Yeah, daggers can be very good, especially if you have those gloves. The only questionable thing in my mind is Distracting Dagger. Gives you those dagger skills. You could use some more offensive gloves or a different dagger in your offhand as your other option.
Yeah, he's kind of stacking that skill, right? Using
Yeah,
both.
absolutely.
But maybe he just doesn't, has been unlucky with the second dagger.
It's very likely. All that aside, though, very good job by him.
Yeah.
We are in Molten Core.
Yep, that is going to bring us to the end of the segment here tonight, guys. Everybody, I appreciate you guys watching, and it's been a blast. Lestatt, thanks for being on. It's been a pleasure, man.
Thanks for having me, man. I had a really good time. That was really fun to sit here and actually pay attention and chat with you while everything was going.
Yeah, it was a blast, man. We should do it more often, man. I enjoyed it.
I'm just sad that we didn't have any goofy slip-ups. I wanted to have something to crack
Yeah.
jokes at. It's okay. They did good. They did a very good
It
job.
was a very good night overall. Unfortunate for us as casters, we didn't get much to really talk about other than the good performance, right? But
yeah, it's very clean, straightforward. Good job to those guys. Congrats on their loot.
yeah,
Thank you, definitely. For having me.
yeah, of course, man, of course, dude. I'm gonna take off. All right, man.
All right, man. I'll see you next time.
Yep. Take care, dude. All right, guys. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Give a big shout out to Lestatt. I'll post his thing here. Go give him a follow. Go give him a like. Check him out. There's his Twitch right there in the chat. Go see him. Go follow him. He's a great guy. He's a warrior tank and a hunter for TL and in our main raids. Really knows his stuff, guys. All right. Appreciate you guys watching. I will be